All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm Lawrence Owen, and today we are going to react to the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to the Indianapolis Colts, Week 17 of the 2025 NFL season. Now, you probably know that the Indianapolis Colts, after yesterday's game between the Texans and the Chargers, their playoff dreams is over. So now we got to look towards the future. However, for the Indianapolis Colts, themselves, they still have 2 games to play this season. There won't be any kind of tanking or anything of that nature to try to get as good a pick as you can, because obviously, first off, I don't believe in that in the first place. And secondly, we don't have a first-round pick. So they're just going to try to do the best that they can and play spoilers, not only for Jacksonville this week, but for Houston next week as well. They'll definitely go out there and do their best. Will their best be enough? That remains to be seen, especially with the fact that after last week's game against the San Francisco 49ers, DeForest Buckner is out for the season, about to go have neck surgery after re-aggravating his neck, herniated disc in his neck. That sucks for him, and I hope he bounces back great. Comes back next year, plays wonderful. It has been confirmed that he does plan on coming back and playing next year for the Indianapolis Colts. I don't like the idea of the Indianapolis Colts starting Phillip Rivers today. However, I get the reasoning. He was first-team reps, gives the Colts the best chance of winning right now with that simple fact that he had the majority of the first-team reps all week in practice, with the idea that the playoffs were still on the line. Thus, he's going to have that. I would prefer to have our rookie quarterback, Riley Leonard, in there playing. And I apologize for my cat in the background who is in heat, locked in my bedroom, yowling like crazy because, yeah, that's what heat female cats do. Frustrating. And she's new. She's only a year old. She just got into the heating thing, so I apologize. I still like football. I still love my Indianapolis Colts, and I'm still going to root for them each and every week. All right. So that's how I feel. For those of you who think that the Colts are going to fire Chris Ballard and or Shane Steichen, I think there's a better chance they don't than they do, because of the way they started off the season and the fact that, injuries really derailed the season. I think Carly Gordon is going to give them another year in hopes that they have somewhat of a healthy season. That's my opinion on it, just from what I've not only my own personal opinion and thoughts, but from what I'm hearing from around the facility as well. That, is basically kind of a situation where the season, they were all in to win the season, and then, injuries piled up, and it just, between the injuries piling up and the fact that we played so many top 10 defenses in the second half of the season, I think we just didn't have the offensive power, not just offensive power, but heck, we had the defensive injuries as well, right? But it is what it is. But hey, I understand that a lot of you, and the reasoning why a lot of you want Ballard and or Shane Steichen gone, to be fired and replaced. I get it. I understand it. Honestly, I could go either way at this point. I like what I saw from Chris Ballard this past year or two. when it comes to off-season stuff and drafts. However, obviously the previous years, I mean, come on. You didn't see a whole lot during free agency and stuff the previous years. This past year, I loved what I saw. I loved the Sauce Gardner trade. I loved everything that I saw from that, but the previous years, not so good. When it comes to Shane Steichen, I think he's still one of the top. I think he's still a top 5 coach in the NFL. Are there plays that I go with occasionally? Obviously, yes. I see 1 or 2 of those every week, but I see 1 or 2 or more of those from every head coach in the NFL. So I still think he's a really good play designer. I think he calls plays properly for the most part. When it comes to Lou Anarumo and the defense, I don't like the fact that he goes kind of easy zone a lot, kind of like Gus Bradley did. However, I understand it with the injuries that he's dealing with. He doesn't have the personnel to be able to run tight, single high man coverage and blitz a lot. I get it. You're playing with, guys that should be on practice squad covering number 1 wide receivers in the NFL. And the best way to help them out is to get everybody back there, looking back at the quarterback and keep everything in front of you. Good God, if we played more man coverage, could you imagine how many times Mekhi Blackman or Edwards would have been burnt the last few weeks? We'd have probably gave up 70 points to San Francisco had we been playing man coverage most of the game. So it is what it is. I think Gus and Shane should get another year, hopefully with some with a healthy roster. That'd be nice. Thank you, honey, for the tea. To get me going through the first half of the game. Appreciate it. I do get you. Val here says Lou might be gone next year for a head coaching job. I don't think he will. I know that he's being interviewed. People get interviewed all the time. I think there are better options out there. I think other teams know that there are better options out there currently. You would think that he would have gotten interviews for head coaching jobs or offers for head coaching jobs last year before the Colts picked him up as a DC if he was going to be grabbed as a head coach. He had interviews everywhere, chose to come to the Colts as a DC, not a HC. So I think that the idea of him moving on now, if he has a really good season next year as a DC, I think that's a possibility. But right now, I'm not 100% sure on that. Bruce, agreed. I've been defending Zaire as a downhill run-stopping Mike linebacker for the last couple of years. I thought last year I was a little on the fence because of his missed tackles. He started off the season, first 4 games, no missed tackles at all this year. And I get he's a bit of a liability in coverage, especially against tight ends. The Colts haven't been using linebackers to cover tight ends nearly as much. It's more safeties. Lou even spoke about that, using safeties to cover tight ends as much as they can. But when they're in zone, right? And you don't choose who you're covering at that point. It's where the tight ends go. So, and in that situation, yeah, he's been a liability. And his missed tackle percentage is still over 10%, even with having no missed tackles the first 4 weeks. At this point, I'm sold. Let him go. That's just how I feel about it. But I think, in all honesty, I think the Colts will probably keep everyone. I think they're going to re-sign Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones, from all the doctors that I've talked to about his specific injury, he will probably start the NFL season next year. Matter of fact, he'll probably be ready for training camp. He may not be 100% at training camp, but he'll be taking the snaps and practicing. He just won't have as much side-to-side mobility. But let's be fair with Daniel Jones. His side-to-side mobility was never a thing. It was straight forward and back. That's where his quickness and speed was, taking off forward and stepping backwards. He was never side-to-side movement guy. I don't know if you noticed that this season while he was, in the pocket, but that is exactly how he works. He's not like a Lamar. He's, straightforward speed. Now, with the Achilles injury, that has a lot more to do with side to side, apparently, is what doctors were telling me, and not so much when it comes to front and back. So his pocket work won't really be changed that much. I think Daniel Jones is by far our best. Bruce here says don't bring him back. I think Daniel Jones is by far our best quarterback. Look, on the season, even with a couple bad games where he was injured and or where the offensive line played like crap, like Pittsburgh game, he's still a top 10 quarterback in the league. And you can't let a top 10 quarterback go. If you get a guy who could play in your system as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, you cannot let him go. And he's top 10 in nearly every statistical category in the NFL. You can't let someone like that go. Just saying. That's a great question. I haven't looked. Is Zaire's guaranteed money? Let me look at Zaire Franklin's contract real quick. That's a really good question. Let me check that out. All right. As I'm looking at right now, no, he still has prorated signing bonuses. If he is cut, it'll be $8.5 million cap hit. No, I'm sorry, $2.5 million. So it's not too terrible. If you cut him at the end of this year, there is a potential out at the end of this year. It's a $2.5 million cap hit. Not that big of a deal. So is what it is. You still save about $8 million a year, Wiley, because he's about $10 million a year. So $7.5, $8 million if you cut him. Well, let's check out real quick, since I started a little late, the Jacksonville Jaguars inactives for the today. Cornerback Keith Taylor, running back Bashal Tootin, offensive lineman Patrick McCarry, offensive lineman Robert Hainsley, tight end Hunter Long, defensive lineman Danny Strigau, and defensive tackle Mason Smith. As for the Indianapolis Colts, some good news as the inactives. I mean, obviously, Tanner Bortolini not being an inactive isn't necessarily a good thing, but Danny Pinner is a good center, especially as a backup. Tyler Goodson, the running back, is an inactive. Ruben Lowry's an inactive. George Odom is an inactive. Dalton Tucker is inactive. And JTT is inactive. Well, what that tells me is Bernard Ryman will be playing today, right? So is what it is. That's good. He's going to have a massive brace on his arm, but that'd be nice. Travis, appreciate $10 super chat. I'm not watching today. A lot of fun watching this season. I'm really tired of the rinse and repeat. 8-9, 9-8, no playoffs. Chargers made it with loads of injuries. Excuses. Have a good break. Hey, I get it. I understand. You're done. That's fine. That's your right. And there are teams that make it with injuries. Absolutely. Well, you also got to look at it as, strength of schedule. The Colts had the hardest strength of schedule in the NFL the last 8 weeks of the season. The hardest. And then you tack on when they had the most devastating injuries was during that stretch. Right? So I could see it as that. I will use it as an excuse. But I get where you're coming from. You're just, open pan on that situation. But I still appreciate the $10 super chat, man. And KDC sup law, it sucks how the season ended, but I don't trust Jones yet because of health and how he played down the stretch. I don't know what the Colts can and will do about the quarterback position. Like I said, I do think they extend him. It won't be in the $40 million range. I think it'll be somewhere around the $30-35 million range because of the Achilles injury. He'll be able to start. Again, he won't be tops. He'll probably be like 85-90% at the start of the season. But look, when it came to accuracy, we haven't had a quarterback as accurate as Daniel Jones all year. Or in years and years and years. Even Phillip Rivers, great accuracy. He didn't have accuracy downfield because he can't throw downfield past 25, 35 yards, right? 35 yards is about the limit of his range. Daniel can throw a 50-yard bomb and be accurate with it. And I like that about Daniel Jones. He has one of the higher completion percentages in the league. And on top of that, he can move when he needs to, when he's healthy. So I like where Daniel Jones is at. I am huge. Of course, I've been a huge Daniel Jones supporter back when he was with the Giants. So I told him get him out of the Giants and he'll do well. And he came to Indy and he did well. So that's how I saw it. Joey B, what's up? I've already talked about it. Isn't Mike Vrabel already a head coach for the Patriots? Look, they should have never fired Mike Vrabel in the first place. He's not available, bro. I doubt. You want to know, is AR coming back next year? I doubt it. Look, the 5th-year option's like a lot. I think it's like, what is, hold on. I doubt it, but we'll see here. Hold on, Anthony. About $13 million. So it's not that bad, considering if you get the break with Daniel Jones with his injury, you may do that. It really depends upon how they feel about Anthony Richardson and the injuries that he's had over the last, since they drafted him, right? Over the last 4 years. Dude. Or 3 years. He's had so many injuries. Do you put your eggs in the basket when those eggs are constantly breaking in that basket? That's the question, So, and I get some of them are just freak injuries, like the rubber band thing. I get it. But it's still the fact that he's had so many injuries is why I don't know if they sign him back. It's a toss. I haven't really seen enough of Riley Leonard yet. That's the problem. Oh, my emotions were staunch after that Niners game too. Oh, so mad about the defense. I knew it was going to be bad. because, CMC, I mean, their true skill position players were the wrong type of players for the Colts to play against. I knew they were going to offensively move the ball against us. I said that in the preview, but it was worse than I thought. I think that's high. I think the chances of Riley starting next week is pretty high, considering, like I said, I think Phillip Rivers starts this week just because he was the starter that took the majority of the first team snaps. Okay, this week. And that's why he'll start this week. I think this is Phillip Rivers' last week with the Colts. And Riley will be, if AR could get out of that, AR will probably be the backup or the starter, and then Riley will be the backup or the starter. If AR can get off, IR. If AR can get off IR, it has a lot to do with it. So, but today, I don't know if you guys saw my preview show. I did pick the Jaguars to win this game. I think the Colts can win, but that's a great question because I'm sitting here trying to find it, and it's not posting on my. I can't. Wait. All right, I got it. Awesome. Lined up properly. I'm getting my stream set up real quick. All right. There we go. Yeah, from what I understand, AR is still having those vision issues. But I do want to I want to see where we go. Hey, what up, Jeremy? Yeah, I've got the I don't know why it was blocking you from chatting. I've got I do have you have to be subscribed for 5 minutes. So and only a 30-second block on the timer. Appreciate you being in here though. I think it's just been an unlucky season. I mean, you have those every like 10, 15 years, right? You just have an unlucky season. Most teams do. I mean, look at the Niners. The Niners have an unlucky season like every year for like the last 5 years. So now that might be a situation where they need to look into what's going on, whether it's their field, whether it's their medical staff, their strength and conditioning, whatever. But definitely they need to check things out. But for the Colts, I don't think I think it's just unlucky. I mean, ratings wise, the medical staff for the Indianapolis Colts is rated one of the top 5 in the NFL. So just letting you know. No, we do not. We do not have grass. What we have is grass-like. It's as close to grass as you can get, apparently, without it actually being grass. Ugh. I don't know if the Chiefs have had it the worst of all because you think about us. All right, they missed. Okay, so they lose their starting quarterback, but their season was basically over with anyhow. And they had some wide receivers go down and a couple other guys. But the Colts, they had their, left and right tackle, their center, their guard, their quarterback, their star defensive tackle, both star cornerbacks, gone due to Colts injuries this year are horrible. Like 1/3 of their starting team gone this year due to injuries. It's nuts. And again, like I said earlier, and I did say at the beginning of the show, I really don't think that Carly Ursay-Gordon, from what I'm understanding around the facility, is that Steichen and Ballard probably will still have their jobs due to the unfortunate circumstances. The fact that they started off very, very good this year, and then during the hardest stretch of schedule in the NFL, they suffered catastrophic injuries to their team, right? And I think that is her reasoning for, hey, we need to run this back and see what happens, right? That's what I'm getting from around the cooler. So just letting you know. I do understand why there's a lot of Colts fans, though, that want to move on and try something new. I understand it. And in my opinion, there's players that are definitely gone. Certain position coaches definitely need to be gone. All right. But it is what it is. I think we definitely need to draft a linebacker in the second round. I think that needs to be our top priority without any question. Now, I'm not going to get into it too hard. I think that's probably what I'll do when the off season starts. Is I'll start diving into tape into like the top 5 potential linebackers that the Colts could draft this upcoming draft, but that ain't going to happen until after the season's over. Yeah. Again, I'm ready to let go of Pay. He's not worth the money that we signed him for. He was before, when he was pushing 8-9 sacks a season, plus being able to stop the run and seal the edge. This year, he's just been ass. Flat out. He didn't earn his contract this year. I'm ready to move on. So I get it. I get that we need pass rushers as well, but I'm done with spending a second round pick on edge rushers. Ballard does that way too much, and I'm done with that. Go get a linebacker, damn it. But yeah, there's a few guys I think are gone. Definitely. Definitely on the defense as well. Offensively, we have to find a way, in my opinion, to re-sign Daniel. I think it'll be cheaper. And we, without question, have to re-sign Alec Pierce. All right, dude's a dog. He's a number 1 on probably 20 NFL, at least 15 teams. He's a number 1 option in the league. All right, that's my opinion. At this point in his career, not as a rookie, not in his second year, but at this point in his career, he is a very well-rounded guy who is a sure catch dude who can also take a top off the defense. I think he's only got like 2.5 sacks, Wiley. Let me look real quick. But I'm thinking, nope. Wrong thing. I clicked the wrong. Defense, sacks. Oh, no, he's got 4 now. Okay, he's got 4 sacks. 4 sacks, not bad. Latu is top 5 in pressure percentage, top 5 in quarterback hurries, top 10 in quarterback hits, and he's got 7.5 sacks. He is breaking out pretty good. Oh, it ain't loose defense at all right now, considering the fact that, he doesn't have the proper linebackers, as you said, and the fact that he doesn't have a lockdown corner, to work with. He hasn't for most of the season. So I don't think he's going to hit 10. I think he could hit 9. I don't think he's going to hit 10. Asking him to get 2.5 in the last 2 games is a lot, but we'll see. But if we can stay healthy, that's the issue, right? I mean, I feel like if we had at least one of our starting corners all season, let alone both, then we'd have been good most of the season. Defensively, we'd have been a lot better, because then Lou would have been able to play the way he wants to. But that's my thought. God, I hate that. Look, I get it. All right. I get it. Latu's got 3 interceptions. He's second on the team behind Cam Bynum in picks. But I do not like having Latu drop into coverage so much. He would definitely had 10 sacks this year if he wasn't dropped into coverage as much as he was this year. But, I mean, turnovers are turnovers, right? Is what it is. All right. The game starts pretty soon. I want you guys to go ahead and drop your game predictions in the chat right now. I got the Colts losing, guys. I got the Colts losing 28-17. Is my 28-21. I'm gonna go 28-21. Because Jacksonville does have a top 5 defense. Indy's played every good defense in the NFL this year, outside of one. Every top 10 defense outside of one. That's crazy. Jacksonville and Houston both have top 10 defenses, and we've played them 4 times. Think about that. Wow. Val's still holding out hope that the Colts win. That'd be nice for them to play a little bit of spoilers. You got Jags 35-21. It's pretty close to where I got. Only you gave the Jags an extra touchdown. Look, Sauce is back this week, so we'll see how that works out. I think Lou might be able to play a little bit better. Oh, the game is going. My bad. And it looks like we returned that football. Hell to the yeah. Ashton Doolin out there. Was that Ashton? That is Ashton. He took that ball about the 3-yard line, got to the 20, 25, 30, 35, stumbled, 45, fell down, almost got knocked out. Damn, he's right around the freaking midway. What a start for the Colts. Wow. Hell of a return. Hell of a return. All right, that is Phillip. Under center. That's a handoff. Taylor gets about 3 yards on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming. Right up the gut. Is interesting that we saw him under center. Maybe they're going to try to utilize play action more this game. Interesting. All right, under center, offset I formation. Takes a snap, hands the ball off, got a hole, goes the wrong way, but still picks up about 11 yards on the carry. We're in Jacksonville territory, and we are running the football now. What do you know? I like the fact that Phillip Rivers is under center, because that'll help play action a lot. That's going to help Alec Pierce a ton in this game. All right. Under center again, single setback, right wing. Oh, 3 tight ends, right wing formation. Pittman, the only receiver in motion. We're going to take the snap. We're going to hand it off again. He's going to head out, and he's going to cut it back inside, pick up about 4. Second down and 6 upcoming. We are running the ball very well down Jacksonville Jaguars' throats. Hell yeah. Offensive line is doing very well running the football. Ryman, Jalen Travis at right tackle. Danny Penner at center. Left wing formation this time in shotgun, running back to his left. He takes the quick snap. It's a tight end screen. And Tyler Warren picks up that first down as he crosses the 20 to about the 19-yard line. And the Colts are 1st and 10 in the red zone just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Hell yeah. Warren is now off the field as they are looking at 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, running back to his left. Takes a snap. It's a delayed handoff. Taylor up the middle. He's pushing. He's going to get 2. Second down and 8 upcoming. Taylor still in there, even though they ran him quite a bit already, all but 1 play in the first drive. Shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers set. 2 to his left. He's going to, where's the pass interference on that one? No pass interference. I thought there was a pass. There was a lot of hand fighting. It'll be 3rd down and 6, apparently. How is that not pass interference? All right, so Pittman did a stutter, pretended to cut back. I don't think Phillip was expecting that and just threw a go route to the back of the end zone. That was miscommunication. 3rd down and 6 upcoming. Split receivers, running back to his right. Downs in motion. Here comes the blitz. He's going to launch that out. Oh, just off the fingertips of Josh Downs, the Colts are going to kick a field goal. Just off the fingertips of Josh Downs. He had a shot. He tipped it to himself, but just was unable to bring it in. Hey, if the Colts can come away with 3 points on the first drive of the game, coming away with points on that first drive is the most important thing. On the right hash, ball is down, kick is up, and it goes through, and the Colts take the first quarter lead 3-0. Let me get that changed up. That's good to see. Now, can the defense? Yes, Sauce is active. Can the defense even slow down this Jacksonville offense? That's the question. And who's Sauce going to be playing? Right? Is it going to be Thomas? Or is it going to be the guy that they just traded for earlier this year, who has been their number 1 receiver? Right? That's a big question. The former Patriot and Raider. He said, yeah, Jacoby Myers. Yeah. Yep. Jacoby. I actually have a film room on Jacoby Myers back after his first year in the NFL with the Patriots. Because I liked what I saw from Jacoby and thought he could be a really good receiver. Turns out I was right. He had to get to the right team to be so. Well, with Sauce Gardner back, but no DeForest Buckner again. It's going to be interesting how Lou plays this. Yes, they have. He's a for sure guy. He gets open. The thing about Jacoby is he's got pretty good hands, but the thing about him, he's really good route runner. Really good route runner. And he's bigger than Josh Downs. So, you can use him on the outside rather than just slot. And he still has really good route running ability, being able to feel soft zones and stuff like that. And he's good enough to get open against man. So we'll see how this works out. Well, that great return by Ashton Dulin pays off with 3 points on the board for the Indianapolis Colts. See how the defense works. No. All I've heard is that he is guaranteed to come back next year, that DeForest Buckner absolutely wants to play next year, that he has no thoughts of retiring. There's a flag on the return here. I haven't heard anything about him being done. Illegal block in the back for the Jacksonville. Yeah, everything I've heard is that he is 100% about wanting to get back fully healthy and come back next year and play. I've not heard one thing from him, his group, or the Colts saying anything otherwise. And I don't care about what anyone else says about it. It's the people. Those people are important. Man in motion, shotgun, takes a snap. Colts send 4. Get pressure on him. Lawrence breaks out to the outside, and he's going to go down after a pickup of 1. Good defense right there by the Indianapolis Colts. 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Colts got pressure early. Forced him out of the pocket and only allowed 1 yard on the scramble. Brenton Strange ate us up last game. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Colts got everybody. Oh, it is a blitz. And it's a dump off to the running back, and ETN just breaks all kinds of stuff here. Picks up about 15 and a first down. Oh, man. We sent everybody, and Travis Etienne, who I'm a little worried about because he's a really good receiver out of the backfield. And there was nobody there in the zone to cover him. I don't think that was zone. I think it was man. But the linebackers were playing zone, definitely. That was definitely Pratt's guy, and he just let him go. At the 34-yard line under center, single setback. Takes a snap. They hand the football off. He cuts it back. Picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Looks like I've been having chest pains on my left side all day. I'll take my damn pill again. I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even want to talk about it. Got my pill ready. Under center, Three receivers to his right, single setback. 2nd down and 7. Dumps it off to ETN. Pratt grabs him right at the line of scrimmage. They pick up nothing. 3rd down and 7 upcoming. Maybe 6. Big 3rd down for the Colts. Big 3rd and 6. Get loud, guys. Come on. 12th man's got to be out there. Under pistol formation. Oh, no, shotgun. Running back to his left. 3 receivers to his right at the 38. Takes a snap. Colts send a blitz. All right, off the edge. It's a wow, and that's strange again. Makes Kwity Paye miss in the open field and picks up another 10 yards, and they get into Colts territory at about the 43-yard line. Oh, my goodness. You can't blitz and let a guy be that open. And Kwity Paye didn't blitz. He was off the edge. Here comes a shotgun, quick snap. Steps back, no pressure at all. Got all day. Dumps it off to the running back, who's then tackled after he gets to about the 38-yard line. Jacksonville just moving the football. They caught the Colts off guard right there on that. My goodness. That was awful. 2nd down and 6. At the 38. Shotgun. Running back to the right. 2 receivers to his left. Got to get to the 32 for a 1st down. Takes a snap. Colts send 4. Quick dump off, and yep. And he gets pushed out. Nice throw to the sidelines to Parker Washington to the 20-yard line. They are in the red zone. And the defense just can't. I mean, they're bringing everybody and their mom up on the line of scrimmage. And they're only sending 4. But they're not able to get back and get coverage. At the 17-yard line, shotgun, split receivers. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Quick dump off. And they fumbled the football. The Colts have it. They tossed it. They tried to flip the ball back to somebody else. After he caught the football, he dropped it. And the Colts pick it up. And that's Ebukam with the football. And the Colts come away with a turnover. Wow, the Colts got a huge break on that one. He should have never tried that. Oh, my goodness. That was the dumbest thing. They were moving the ball so well. Then they tried to get all kind of, they tried to get, a little fancy and messed up bad. Just wow. Just wow. The Colts now have the ball deep in their own territory. Give me a second. I got to give this phone to my wife because her phone's blowing up. All right. That's just crazy. Why would they do that? That's just the dumbest. And that looked like it was actually designed that way. That's just dumb. I mean, had he not dropped it, he probably doesn't even get a whole lot more yardage because there was a guy on the outside covering. So it just was not a smart thing to do in the first place. Surely he had to have better field recognition and not dump it off and just turn up field. Surely that was an option, right? to lateral it, but there was probably an option to continue going as well. Surely it wasn't designed to only be a lateral. That's a good question, bud. That's a great question. So the Colts are going to take over around the 15, I think. About the 17, actually. About the 17-yard line. Maybe it's my phone that's blowing up. Okay, Rivers, quick dump off. That's Pittman Jr. He's going to get 3. Gets to the 20. Maybe it was my phone that was blowing up because I didn't realize my phone was under yours. Probably work asking me to come in, and I'm like, no. I'm busy. All right, 2nd down and 7. Shotgun, running back to his left. Downs in motion. 3 receivers. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Got time. Throws it out. That's Tyler Warren with a nice pickup and a 1st down. Picks up about 13 yards on that pass. It was a beautiful pass by Rivers to Tyler Warren. Perfectly thrown. The game doesn't matter to you, but it matters to them because they're still playing for their pocketbook, their contracts. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right, takes a snap. Here comes the blitz. He holds on, dumps it to Taylor, who drops the ball. It's actually not a bad idea not to catch that because he wasn't going to get any yards anyhow. Shotgun, 2 receivers stacked to the right, running back to the right. Man in motion is Downs now. Takes a snap. Another blitz. Rivers just dumps it over the side. Oh! What a catch! Will Mallory in this game is a lob. It was literally a hospital pass. He gets up there, gets the ball, gets knocked out of his hands, and somehow comes away as him and the ball is falling. He reaches out and grabs the ball and brought it in. What a play by Will. My goodness. 1st and 10 at the 49. Takes a snap. It's a wide receiver screen to Downs. Downs makes the first guy miss. There's a flag on the play. He gets a yard. Probably going to be a illegal formation or an illegal block. Holding call. Oh, defensive hands to the face. Automatic 1st down and a 5-yard penalty. Wow. What do you know? All right, here we go. 1st down and 10 at the 46 of Jacksonville. Pistol. Pittman in motion. Here comes another blitz. Play action. Throws over the middle. It was behind Pierce. Pierce still almost came down with it. Definitely prevented an interception. 2nd down and 10. Had he got that ball out there another yard, that's a big play. Jacksonville sending everybody and their mom in this game. Pierce tried like hell to get that ball. 2nd down and 10. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, 4-man rush, only 3-man. Dumps it off to Taylor. He's going to pick up 6. Gets a nice chunk. It's reasonable now. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. That's a touch for Taylor. Even though he didn't run it, it was still a touch for Taylor. Oh, they won't laugh at you because even though they're going to make the playoffs, they could still lose the division. That's a inside trap toss to Tyler Warren. Picks up 5 and a 1st down. Nice, interesting play for a 5-yard pickup. That will be considered a pass. Because if the Colts beat Jacksonville and then Jacksonville loses next week, they lose their division. They lose the division. Anyhow, bunch formation to the right, running back to the left. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's a handoff to Taylor, who's fighting for every inch and only gets about 1.5 yards, 2 yards at the max. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. All right. Colts moving the ball pretty good. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Running back to the right, shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Rivers calling out the play. 3 seconds. You better hike that sucker. He does. Quick dump off. That's Mo Alley Cox, who's fighting for every inch and gets a yard shy of the 1st down to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1 upcoming. Nice play. Nice quick dump off to Mo. Shotgun, left wing formation, running back to the right. Here comes a snap. They're going to hand it off. Taylor busts it right up the gut. Little dancing move, but picks up 7 and a 1st. Nice footwork right there by Jonathan Taylor. Keeping his legs moving, but shifting his weight left and right. To keep guys from getting a good hand on him. The Colts in the red zone are number 1 in the NFL in the red zone at 97%. Under center, single setback. Mallory in motion. We're going to hand it off, and Taylor just busts up the middle, picks up about 6-7 yards, and we're at about the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 4 upcoming. And that's the end of the 1st. And Colts absolutely dominating offensively. Who'd have thunk? You don't think they were playing for it? I mean, injuries suck. And the defense wasn't actually stopping Jacksonville offensively. Jacksonville gave the ball up in this one. But offensively, we've been moving the football. But injuries suck. They just do. They go out there and they play their hearts out each and every game. All right, guys. Can the Colts get a touchdown out of this? That'd be nice. The only really bad games that the Colts have had are two. The Niners defensively was a god-awful game. Offensively, the Steelers game was a god-awful game. Those are the two really bad games the Colts have had this year. I mean, wouldn't you say that the Luck era was mediocre as well? I mean, we didn't win a Super Bowl or a championship during that era either. And once the rest of the previous regime was gone, right? Like Reggie Wayne and Robert Mathis and stuff, they never made the playoffs after that, right? I mean, so really, to me, the last time we had a good season, like good regime, it was the Peyton Manning era. And yes, they did lose a lot of close games. A lot of one-score games this year. All right. At the 13-yard line, under center, single setback. Offset, right wing. Doolin in motion. It's Doolin and there's a handoff. Taylor breaks a tackle. Nice cut inside. Picks up enough for a first down. We won the AFC South 2 times with Luck. And like I said, with the previous regime still there, right? A lot of guys from the Manning era were still there. After that, they never won the division again. Only the first 2 seasons. In the third season, we made it in, and I don't even think we won the division with Luck. We just made it into the playoffs and then somehow got to the AFC Championship and got our asses handed to us. Handoff to Taylor right up the gut, and they just push forward. Second down and goal around the 2-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Colts are in the right. I think they're trending in the right way. They've got a lot of really good players. It's just injuries really derailed their season this year, in my opinion. No, they didn't get cheated out. Dude, that ball could have been perfect. It didn't matter. They ran the football the whole game, and we couldn't stop it. We got blasted by the Patriots in that game. Blasted. The defense couldn't stop the run for nothing. It wasn't Tom Brady in the passing game that beat us. They ran the ball 300 yards in that game. We got annihilated. It didn't matter how the ball was or not. All right, big formation. Hand the football off. Taylor right up the gut. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Okay, they ran the ball for 177 yards. and 3 touchdowns. And Tom Brady had 226 yards and 3 touchdowns and an interception. The Colts only scored 7 points that game. 7. We got annihilated. We got absolutely annihilated in that game. And I promise you, if Luck got the football and didn't like how the ball was, he would have said something, right? Hey, this isn't proper. He would have said something. And yet the Colts didn't score but 7 points in that game. So it wouldn't have mattered. We got embarrassed in that game, period. All right, I got to change the score on here. Oh, wait. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. They were carrying a ball full of feathers or a bowling ball. We couldn't stop them, and they stopped us. That's exactly it. Playing spoiler, right? If somehow you can pull Jacksonville out of having a higher seat in the playoffs, or even knocking them out of, they have a chance to help knock them out of the division lead. Absolutely. And again, they're playing for their pocketbooks right now and their pride. So absolutely. All right, he returns it from about the goal line, gets to the 20, 25, 30, and then nice tackle while being blocked at about the 26-yard line by Olubi. So that's a good stop defense, special teams wise. Phillip Rivers, 7 of 11, 59 yards, 77.5 passer rating. Jonathan Taylor averaging over 4 yards a carry for the first time in 5 games. 4.4 yards a carry. What do you know? Probably some negative Nelly that you've blocked. All right, under center, single set. They hand it off. ETN gets to the edge. He's going to pick up about 5. It'll be second down and 5 upcoming. I'm talking to Bruce Cox. You probably blocked him. All right, second down and 6. Shotgun, pistol formation. Left wing, 2 receivers to the right. Takes a snap. Hands the ball, always got to open. Oh, no, he's not going too far. He gets 2 yards out of that. It'll be third down and short upcoming. Big third down right here for the Indianapolis Colts defense. We'll see if they can get something going here. Good stop by Gallimore. He's going to run off the field now, I think. Looks like. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. Shotgun running back to the left. Man in motion. Trying to find out if they're in man or not. Split receivers. 4-man rush. Oh! And there's a catch. To the 45-yard line, Jacoby Myers. Ooh, that was a tight throw. Under pressure. Damn near got to him on a sack, but instead it's a hell of a play by Jacksonville in order to get that first down in tight coverage, really. I don't, again, ooh, that was a hell of a play by Jacoby Myers. Under center, single setback. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got time. He's going to throw it, but that's got to be incomplete. Oh, they're calling it a catch. 8-yard completion. Wow. Second down and 2 upcoming. Oh, they're calling it 1. They're in hurry up. It really worked for him last time. Shotgun, running back to the left, takes a snap. The referee the referee was not even able to get out of the way. They're going to call this play dead, probably. Yep, they're replaying it. Yeah, the ref couldn't even get out of there. The ref was still standing there, and they hiked the ball. All right, under center, single setback, second down and 1. 2, really. I don't know why they're calling it 1 when it's definitely 2 yards. Man in motion. They're going to hand it off, though. And he's going to get the first down as he picks up about 5. You can't stop it. That was an interesting throw by Sanders. Defense better do something here. They got 1st and 10. They're in Colts territory. At the 41. Shotgun, running back to the right. Colts blitzing off the edge. And they force a bad throw. It'll be second down and 10. They had 2 guys in Lawrence's face on that safety edge blitz. Grover Stewart got in there as well. Grover got a hit on the quarterback. Shotgun, running back to the right, 3 receivers to the left. Takes the Colts sending all out blitz right up the gut. He is blasted. I don't think he made it in. She gonna call him. They're gonna call it a catch. It'll be 3rd and short. I don't know how he caught that. Lawrence got blasted again, though. This time it was cross. He caught it. He had both feet in. That was a hell of a catch. Quick dump off the Strange. He's got the first down and more. He gets to about the 20-yard line. Not quite the 20. They're knocking now. Trevor Lawrence getting blasted a lot in this game with a lot of blitzes by Lou Anarumo. Now he's got, you notice he's blitzing more. Now he's got a number 1 corner out there. Oh, my chest hurts. Under center, big formation. They're going to hand the football off again. Oh, my goodness. All the running around. 11 yards and a first down. Finally brought down by Pratt. Huge hole. Nice run. Right up the gut. And the Colts defensive line is just getting pushed around. I don't see how that's not a hold, though. Holy crap. Dude was behind him, had his arms around him. How is that not a hold? Dude was behind the defensive lineman, got his arms around the front of him like this. How is that not holding? My goodness. Jaguars call timeout. Kim, will you bring me an aspirin? Could you look for them? I've been having this chest pain for about an hour now. And it kind of rides, goes and comes, goes and comes. Maybe. Well, true. If I was having a heart attack, I'd be dead by now, probably. You're right. If I fall over live, then, I'm sorry. I don't know if my wife will come in here and continue. Oh. I already know my blood pressure is off the charts. I've got blood pressure meds. Jeremy says hi. My blood pressure sits around 180. So I need to get off this coffee and quit drinking coffee. That could be what it is that coffee's been hitting me because I'm not using half and half anymore because I didn't have the money to buy decaf. Watching the Colts defense is not good for your health. Fair. I don't know if I have the money to buy a new bottle, considering I gotta pay. I gotta use every dime I got to make the mortgage payment tomorrow.
Just saying. Last time this shit hit me, I couldn't.
All right, first down and 10. Trevor Lawrence is 10 of 11. At the 11, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. Shotgun. And it's a direct snap. ETN to about the 6. 5 yards. I don't see it over here. Last I saw it was on your side of the bed.
They're not. That's an empty bottle.
Well, maybe we don't have any more.
No, that's an empty gold bottle.
Shotgun, Colts send 4.
I'll take that, man.
Throw over the middle. Nice blast right there by Sauce Gardner. Pickup of 2. Third down and 2 upcoming. Sauce with a really good stop there. Third down and 3 at the 4-yard line. It's probably 4 down territory for Jacksonville. Shotgun. Running back to his left. Bunch to the right. Colts send 4. Pressure in his face. He's going to step. He's going to walk it right on in for a touchdown. He made somebody miss badly in the open field. Was that Zaire? He juked a linebacker out badly. I think it was Zaire Franklin. Oh, no, it wasn't Zaire. Oh, no. It was Nick Cross he juked badly. Wow. Wow, he made Nick Cross look bad in that play. And the extra point, and they're within a score. Colts still have the lead. They're getting the ball back. But that drive right there, the last two drives for Jacksonville just has not looked good for our defense. Straight up. Our defense still looks like ass. Trevor Lawrence, 11 of 12, 99 yards. Rushing. 5 carries for ETN, 27 yards. That's over 5 yards a clip. Trevor Lawrence has 2 carries for 5 yards and a touchdown. Indy's offense is moving. I mean, Jacksonville can't stop Indy's offense, but Flip can be said the same. Will you shut her up? Oh. 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 Even your cat's complaining. Right. I hear you, Scott. Well, man, maybe I should have used this as a potty break because I think I have to pee pretty bad. 5.5 minutes left in the half. Plenty of time for Indy to go down and score again. Make this a 2-score game, possibly. With Jacksonville getting the ball back after the half. We'll see what happens, though. Well, you just can't have a turnover, that's for sure. Colts offense moving the ball pretty darn good, though. I got to see what the heck my phone. It's got to be work just blowing it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's my work. 27 messages. I've missed 27 messages. 28 now. 28 messages from work. All right, he takes the ball at the 3, gets to the 20, and slips and falls at the 24-yard line. That's Doolin. Yeah, they're asking for people to come in. All right. Shotgun running back to the right at the 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws. Nice catch by Downs to the 40-yard line. That had some zip to it, guys. That had some nice zip. I mean, it was only a 15-yard pass, but what a zip pass right there. Wow. First and 10, about the 40. Shotgun, stacked. No, Pierce is in motion, running back to the left. Takes the handoff. Here comes the blitz. He throws it over the nearly intercepted. Pierce had no idea where the ball was. I don't know what happened there, but it looked bad. That should have been intercepted. Oh, he threw it well behind Pierce. That was miscommunication, too. It looked like he thought it was going to be a button. Shotgun, running back to the left. Second down and 10. Looks, dumps it off. Warren's going to get 5. Third down and 5 at the 45. Rivers over here talking all kind of smack. Rivers mad. The dude's, yeah, I'd be mad too. Dude kept driving Rivers after the ball was way gone. He took offense to that. And the Colts take a timeout. Rivers was a little pissed about that. He got rid of the football. The DT had a hold of him, was holding him, kept driving him backwards, holding him, and Rivers just kept like, let go of me, fool. I don't need to take any more steps than I already have. Like the DT's trying to make him fall down and hurt himself or wear him out or something. She mad.
Man.
She wants that attention. We'll call it that, attention. All right, third down and 5 upcoming. Four minutes left in the half. We're in no man's zone right now. Oh, no, we are. 45 of our own. Empty backfield. Taylor rolls out. 3 to the left. 2 to the right. Taylor on the edge. 4-man rush. Steps up, dumps it off. Good play by Jacksonville. That's a first down if that guy does not reach out and swat it. Colts are going to punt. That defender reached out and swatted that ball. Otherwise, that's a first down. Oh, no. Downs. Did Downs just drop that? Downs dropped it. It was there. Downs just had a drop. Wow. I mean, it was a hair behind him, but he definitely should have caught that. I mean, it was right here. He should have caught that. All right. Rigoberto Sanchez ready to punt. 4 minutes left in the half. There's a flag. Did we just get a good flag? Oh, no. We took a delay of game to give Rigo a little bit more room. Because, you know, Rigo's got a leg. Might as well utilize it. This phone is pissing me off.
I know.
My boss is trying to give away bags and perfumes. There's the punt.
I would take more, but I don't know what he's got.
He's going to take it at the 11. And he's going to go out of bounds at about the 18. There is a flag on the play. Let's see what that happens to be. Yeah, scroll up. You'll see the pictures. You can zoom in and look.
Oh, my God. Man. Oh, my God.
That's a 15-yard penalty against the Colts as Nick Cross got a face mask.
Oh, my God.
And Jacksonville now with good field position at about the 35-yard line.
That would be wonderful, but there's no way I would even know where to start. I would have to be there to know
I'm not happy. Defensively, we've been playing like garbage. And now we just give up good yardage. Nick Cross, last few plays, has been ass. He gave up the touchdown. Now he just had a face mask call against him on special teams. It's not good. Not good at all. You know, I don't see Hermit. I haven't seen Hermit in here. That's odd. Usually I see Hermit in here. Usually I got a lot more people in here talking too. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Well, all right, they're still playing this stupid thing. I agree, Scott. I mean, offensively, we did okay, right? It's just defensively, we was awful. I thought offensively against the Niners, we played very good. We were playing like this. All right, at the 32. Pistol. Stack to the left. Now they're going to move him in a little bit. Here come the blitz. They don't get home. He's wide open. First down. Pick up of 11 on down the right sideline. You notice they are going away from Sauce Gardner. They're not throwing towards Sauce. Not even close. First and 10, man in motion is Thomas. Under center, single setback. Two receivers to his left. They're going to fake the handoff. Here comes Grover with a blast. Great job right there. Gardner in there breaking the ball up. Hell of a job by Sauce knocking that ball out. He was going for the ball the whole time. And boy, Grover put a lick on Trevor Lawrence. Looks like Thomas is down. Sauce is playing very good football. And that's twice now Grover Stewart's putting a big lick on Trevor Lawrence. And I'm telling you what, there's a difference between Nick Cross giving you a lick and Grover Stewart giving you a lick. Because both times Grover had a running start and a full hit on Trevor. So Trevor going to feel those tomorrow. We'll see what happens, though. Colts defense need to get a stop here. Maybe give our offense a little bit more of a chance. I think it's 2nd and 10 upcoming. Oh, I'm hungry. I don't know what I want to eat today. I got some pasta that I made 2 days ago downstairs. Maybe I'll heat that up. Yeah, my boss's wife passed away 2 weeks ago, and he's giving away all of her stuff to the people at work. And holy crap, my phone is blowing up over it because he put it in the work group chat. Did you say bacon? Thomas looks like he's going to come back after this play. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. He's over there bouncing up and down, ready to come back in, it looks like he's testing his knee or his ankle or something. Shotgun, running back to the right, split receiver, spread wide. ETN moves to see if they're in man or not. Colts looking like they're going to blitz, but they don't. They send 4. Oh, it's a screen, and Latu sniffed it out. That's a sack for Latu. Latu sniffed that screen out, took it away. Great job by Latu. And then had the presence of mind after Trevor tucked it after he saw that he sniffed it out. Presence of mind to come back and stop him. 3rd down and 12. Shotgun, bunch formation to the right. Five men on the line. Colts send 5. There's pressure. That's Grover Stewart. That's a sack. Grover and no, that's Adam Warway. And the Colts come out with a big stop. Addy got him with help of Zaire. Wow. All that set up because Latu sniffed out the screen and then was able to change direction when he realized Trevor was going to take off. That was a great individual effort by Latu on that play. Absolute great effort by Latu on that play. They did credit Latu with that sack, by the way. Adable Warway and Zaire Franklin shared that last sack. And the Colts are going to get the ball. Well, here's the thing, Val. We couldn't blitz against the Niners because we didn't have a number 1 corner out there. And that's why we played a lot of zone. We couldn't blitz as much against the Niners. That's the whole reason why Lou was there. That's why we got Sauce to have Sauce and Ward. But when you don't have a number 1 guy out there, it's hard to play single high man and blitz as much, right? Last week, we were hurting in that category. And yet we had Buckner, so we tried to get in on with 4 rather than blitz because we just didn't have the guys to cover at that point. Now we do. At least it looks like it. You know who I haven't seen? You know who I haven't seen in this game? Mekhi Blackman. We have a different cornerbacks out there. All right. Let's see if Indy can get something going here after they force this punt. 2 minutes left in the half. Colts still have 2 timeouts. Here comes the punt. Downs back to return. It goes to the right side. Downs gets tackled right about the 9. Long drive here for the Indianapolis Colts. Upcoming. With 1:50 left in the game. Or half. Rivers out there sweating like crazy. All right, Rivers. At the 10-yard line, 3 receivers to the right. We're going to hand the ball off. Taylor's got the football, and he's only going to get 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 12. Trying to catch him off guard, I guess. It doesn't look like we're in too big of a hurry to try to get in field goal range. We got time with 2 timeouts, but you don't want to try to throw it too deep and end up throwing a pick. Jacksonville is definitely playing deep. There's 2 safeties, and their corners are playing 10 yards off the guys. 4-man rush, quick dump off. That's Taylor. He's not going to go anywhere. He lost a yard. 3rd down and 7 upcoming, or 3rd down and 8 upcoming. We gotta pick up a 1st down, not give the ball back, right? I mean, you can't. We got a rare defensive stop. We can't just let that go to waste. At least end the game with the ball in your hands. 3 receivers to the left, running back to the right. 4 linemen down. Pittman in motion now. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. It's dump off, and yeah. Out in front of Taylor too much because Rivers was under pressure. The offensive line failed on that one. And the Colts have to punt with 1:03 left. The entire offensive line failed on that one. The entire offensive line failed on that one. I mean, they just collapsed. Can't put that on one guy. That's the whole line. Rigo with a punt. He bombs the hell out of it. It's going to go to about the 37. And great special teams tackle by Ashton Doolin. He gets to about the 38, 39. Doolin, great job right there in special teams. So that was great, not just gross punt, but net punt as well. They got 52 seconds left in the half. Defense can't give up any big plays. They're at the 40. Shotgun. Running back to the – nope, now he moves up for protection. Latu got in. This might be offsides. But it don't matter because Trevor Lawrence is making everybody and their mom miss and gets 11 yards and a 1st down. Even though I think Latu might have jumped early. Yep, I was right. Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah, Latu jumped quite a bit early there. All right, cross the 50 at the 49. Shotgun running back to his left. Colts send 4. And Lawrence is going to take off running with the football again. He's going to get out of bounds, save clock. 36 seconds left. 2nd down and 3 upcoming. Good coverage. Got some pressure. But Lawrence is just making everybody and their mom miss. Cam Little is a monster at kicking. All right. He's got a 68. He can kick it from here and make it. Easy. Easy. He's got the leg. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Colts send only 3. Oh, what a catch by Parker Washington at the... Wow. He gets blasted as he's catching the football and holds on to it. Nick Cross with the hit. He gets upended. Hell of a catch by Washington, I'll tell you that. I don't know why Latu was set in coverage behind the line. That's just stupid. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. $27 seconds. They have 1 timeout now. They get the ball in the second half. This is not a good situation for the Colts. 1st and 10 deep in the red zone. Oh, no, not. They're at the 23. Shotgun. That's a corner blitz. Nick Cross misses another tackle. Picks up 9. Nick Cross is not having a good day today, guys. They sent Sauce Gardner on a blitz. And Nick Cross is missing tackles left and right and getting face masks. This is not good. What the hell? 2nd down and 3 in the red zone. I think at the 15, 16. Shotgun, split, spread, running back to his left. Now Washington's on the motion. 4-man rush. Throws it towards the end zone. Intercepted by Pratt! Pratt turned around in the back of the end zone at the last second. Pratt made a hell of a play. He just turned around and the ball was there and he's like, thank you. Had great coverage. Holy crap. Holy Pratt. My good Jermaine Pratt. What coverage right there on the running back. Oh, no, he was on Parker Washington and turned around and just the ball was there. And he caught that sucker. Are you kidding me? I mean, he didn't have time to even find the ball, I don't think. He turned around, the ball was there. And somehow he caught it. And we're going to knee this out and go to halftime. They did force a punt the previous drive. I will say that. Right? 2 sacks in a row, forced a punt. We do remember that, right? But I get you. Well, that drops his passer rating to a 75-7 with that 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. But he's 14 of 17 for 137 yards. All right, let's check out the stats of the game so far. All right. Colts winning the turnover battle bigger than heck. Right now, Trevor Lawrence, 14-17, 137, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Colts defense statistically are doing a good job against the pass. 5 carries, 27 yards for ETN. Trevor Lawrence has 4 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. Washington's their leading receiver, 3 catches for 43 yards. Strange has 2 catches for 35. Thomas Jr. has 3 catches for 22, and Jacoby Myers 4 catches for 21. Jaguars have no sacks, no forced fumbles, no interceptions in this game. Now, for the Indianapolis Colts, Rivers 10 of 17, 80 yards, 70 passer rating. Jonathan Taylor, 12 carries, 51 yards, 4.2 a carry, and a touchdown. Tyler Warren, 4 catches for 29. Taylor's got 2 catches for 7. And Mallory, Downs, Cox, and Pittman all have 1 catch for 16 or less yards. Right now, Jermaine Pratt has 4 tackles and an interception. Latu has 2 tackles and a sack. They give Adebowarwe the full sack from earlier. And Samson Ebukam has a fumble recovery. So far, team stat-wise, 175 offensive yards for the Jaguars to the Colts, 130, 123 passing to the Colts, 80, 52 rushing to 50 for the Colts. Yards per play, Jacksonville is blasting us, 6 compared to our very measly 4.3. First downs are pretty even, 11 for the Jacksonville, 10 for the Colts. Third down efficiency, 4 of 5 for Jacksonville. And it's just that one punt that we forced. 3 of 6, 50% third down efficiency for the Colts. The Colts have 30 total plays. Jacksonville has 29. Jacksonville's given up 2 sacks. Colts have given up none. Colts have punted twice. Jacksonville once. 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception for Jacksonville. Time of possession, the Colts are winning, but actually it's dead even. 15 minutes apiece. All right, we're going to call it 15. It's a 6-second difference. Yeah. The difference in this game is the turnovers. I got you, bro. I got you. It seems like it, though, this game. Right now, yeah, difference in the game is the turnovers. Let's look, as you can hear, my cat in the background. It's so embarrassing. Shut up! She's got her face underneath the door just screaming, wanting out. As you know, Cowboys beat the Commanders 30-23. The Vikings upset the Lions bigger than heck and only had 3 yards passing, 23-10. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13. Texans beat the Chargers in LA 20-16. The Ravens beat the Packers 41-24. At half, the Dolphins are blowing up the Buccaneers 17-7. The Patriots making the Jets look embarrassing at half, 28-3. The Browns are beating the Steelers at half, 10-6. The Titans are beating the Saints 13-10. The Seahawks and the Panthers are tied up 3-all. And the Bengals are destroying the Cardinals 23-7. I'm going to take a break here in a second, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please don't forget, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I'll be back in a moment. I need a refresher. I got to go do stuff. I'll be back, though, so don't go anywhere. All right, let's see what happens. Throat's getting sore. Oh, hopefully I'm not getting sick. Yeah, literally the difference in this game is a turnover. So, I mean, I still think the Jaguars are going to win this game, but we'll see. I mean, the Colts are being very aggressive with Sauce in the game. Now that they have a number one corner, they've been incredibly aggressive defensively. And it's paid off a couple times. It's hurt them a couple times. I'll be fair. Trevor Lawrence has looked pretty darn good in this game. And our defense is not helping him look good. Is occasionally Nick Cross has made him look good because Nick Cross is missing tackles left and right. But outside of that, Trevor's making plays with pressure, like big time pressure. And it's nice to see a quarterback do that. Now, Rivers is trying, but let's be fair, he's limited. You know, I still think that Riley Leonard starts next week. At least I would if I was the Colts. Sorry, I'm clipping my nails. I just scratched myself on accident. So that's a immediate signal to get your nails clipped, right? Oh, my goodness. So we'll see what happens. The Colts need to continue to run the football effectively. Keep the ball out of Jacksonville's hands. I mean, for the most part, Taylor in this run game has done a pretty good job, right? They've been running the ball halfway decent. They're averaging over 4 yards a carry. This first drive right here is going to be huge for the Colts defense. Can the Colts defense stop them as they return the football to the 36-yard line? That's the big question. We'll see what happens. So Jacksonville is going to start at the 36. Hell of a job by Pratt, though, by the way. Hell of a job. First team on anyhow. Wow, left wing formation heavy. Under center, man in motion is Strange. They're going to hand the football off. And he's going to cut back inside. Cross is actually going to get a stop. He's only going to pick up 3. What's up, Kyle? Appreciate you being in here. I think a little bit. Let's be fair. Stroud's offensive line hasn't been good the last couple years. Okay, so, but just give him time. Obviously, you don't move on from him. You got to be patient with a guy and try to help him. Lawrence now rolls out to the right. He's going to get sacked. They're going to credit that one. That was a busted play. They're going to credit that sack to Kenny Moore. Big down right there. I think he was supposed to hand this football off, but he didn't know what to do when when ETN didn't take it. No, there was it was just, dude was out there blocking. So this was definitely a designed rollout run for Lawrence, and it wasn't there. Colts sniffed it out. Good job. All right, Colts, 3-man pressure. Literally only sending 3. On third down and 12, they send 3 guys. All right, they forced the 3 and out. There was zero pressure. He threw it deep. He launched that ball deep to Brian Thomas Jr. And Sauce, of course, was all over him. Or was that? Yeah. So another punt forced. And that goes out the back of the end zone. Colts will take over at the 20. I don't think Daniel Jones ran out of juice. I think the Steelers game was a bad performance by the offensive line and just hurt. I mean, it was a horrible performance. And then he got hurt the week after that in the Falcons game. And that's where you saw him start to regress, right? I think that was the situation. He suffered a broken leg in the Falcons game. The game after the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the Steelers game, the defense just dominated the Colts offensive line horribly. I think Jones is still a good quarterback. But your defense has been absolutely fantastic. I will agree. Honestly, it's funny because statistically, the Colts, even after the god-awful performance last week against the Niners, the Colts statistically have a top 10 defense. Points allowed, passer rating allowed, yards per carry allowed, that kind of stuff. I mean, you go by total yards, and that screws everything up. But I like passer rating, yards per carry, and points allowed. And they're top 10 in all three categories. The Colts and then the Texans, of course, are our top 3 defense, top 2 technically. Jacksonville's a top 5 defense. So the AFC South has just got a lot of good defenses in football right now. And it's sad that the Colts, even though they're top 10 in those categories, they've just had so many injuries and still available to do that. It's impressive. That's why I don't think I don't know. Next week's game should be interesting, Kyle, because even though the Colts aren't in the playoffs, I don't know if they're going to still be fighting like heck to try to play spoiler or not. They're definitely trying to beat Jacksonville right here. And if they beat Jacksonville, then that gives the Texans a chance, I'm pretty sure, right, to take the division lead. All right, Colts got the ball at the 20-yard line after a nice defensive stop by the Colts. Under center, we're going to hand the ball off. Taylor gets hit in the backfield, still finds a way to fall forward for 4 yards. That's just Jonathan Taylor. I like the fact that we're doing a lot of stuff from under center. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you lose a starting quarterback that's top 10 in the NFL, they're definitely going to lose a lot. No, I don't. No, Daniel, I don't think Anthony Richardson is a quarterback next year. Under center, takes a snap. It's going to be a toss sweep. Big hole, open room. Taylor cuts it back, finds a way to pick up 5 and a first, or 6 and a first. Good job by Taylor. No, I think Daniel Jones is a starter next year. Heck, Anthony Richardson might not even be on the team next year, depending upon if they want to pay that pricey 5th-year option on him. But, yeah, I agree, Kyle, with your last statement right there. Let me put this up. I fully agree with that statement. Under center again, single setback. We're going to hand it off again. Taylor's going to cut it back inside. He's going to fight for a little bit. He's going to pick up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 upcoming. All right. Taylor's now out of the game. Pistol formation, left wing. At the 33, need to get to the 41. Takes a snap. It's a blitz, 5-man rush. And we're going to dump it off. We're going to pick up 4. We dump it off to Abdullah. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now. I agree. It's possible. He's got to stay healthy, though. Dude's missed more games from injury than he has played. So shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Abdullah to his left. Alec Pierce on an island. Monster blitz. He just throws it up. He just got rid of it. There was no, I think he was throwing it in the direction of Alec Pierce. Well, he just launched the ball to get rid of it. Definitely lack of communication on that play. There is a flag on the play, though. Penalty on the offense. What? They're calling it intentional grounding. They're getting Phillip Rivers for grounding because there wasn't a guy within 10 yards of it. 4th down and 14. Here comes the punt. At least it wasn't a 3 and out. Washington, fair catch at the 19-yard line. Good punt. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a movie I might want to watch when this game is over, because I'm not going to want to watch football after this game. Any suggestions by anybody in here? There's 27 of them in here. See if there's any suggestions for movies to watch that maybe I haven't seen that are good. I've seen a lot of movies, though. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is one of those iffy guys that can turn the football over at any time. But he also could play like crazy. So it just depends on what kind of game he has. But I've been looking for a movie to watch or a TV show that I haven't decided to watch. But maybe I just haven't had my eyes on to watch. All right, let's see if the defense for the Colts actually could do something here. They've had three good defensive drives for the Colts. Well, one ended up in an interception, 3 in a row, and then 2 punts. So we'll see what happens. The last 3 have been pretty good for the Colts. Forced a punt and got an interception in the end zone. What type of movies am I into? I like fantasy, sci-fi, action. Those are my 3 mains. Looking for something that my wife might want to watch with me, though, too. That's a tough one to get to. You know what I mean? Because I'm not big into horror, and she likes horror. I did end up watching the new Nosferatu movie not long ago. Yeah, I'm okay with Lord of the Rings. We've watched Lord of the Rings so many times, it's not funny. I formation, man in motion. They're going to hand the football off, and he's not. Well, yeah, he was only going to get stopped for a yard, and then Dallas ends up getting about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 upcoming. No, I don't think you. No, I didn't block you, Basil. I'll have to go in there and look. You know what's funny? I got a guy who said that he couldn't get in either for some reason. I don't know. Or no, he said he couldn't talk. Shotgun. Hold on just a second. Double stacks on either side. Takes a snap. 3-man pressure. I dropped another guy in coverage. It didn't do nothing because they pick up 15 and a first down. How do I go in here and look? Because no, Basil, I should not have blocked you. All right, shotgun, split receivers, spread, running back to the right. At the 40, takes 4-man rush, throws over to, wow, my goodness, that could have been intercepted. Off of Washington's fingertips. Where do I go? Is it in settings? All right, we're in shotgun, running back to the right. I'm trying to look. Big hole up the gut. He's just going to run it straight through. About 18 yards for Dallas. My goodness, the Colts can't stop a runny nose right now. It's not in settings. Under center, 2 receivers to his left. Single setback. They fake the handoff. That's a blitz. And that's a, oh, what a play by Mitchell. He had that ball. Thomas Jr. had the ball, and Mitchell knocked it out of his hands. Good job by Mitchell. My account, google.com block list. All right, let me go into Google and find out. All right. Shotgun takes a snap, looks. There's the, oh, that should have been intercepted by Edwards or Mitchell. Oh, he had that pick. It just went right through his damn hands. That was a bad throw. He's going for a shot, and he gets it. And he's going to cut back. He's got all kind of room. He's going to take this to the end zone. There's a flag on the play. Parker Washington gets all the way inside the red zone. There is a flag. But my goodness. Zaire Franklin on him. There's no way Zaire could cover him. That's zone coverage. at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he's just going to run it right up the gut for a touchdown. Nope. I've only got 2 people that's blocked. I mean, let's be fair. A linebacker on a wide receiver, you shouldn't have that anyhow, right? I mean, you're going to lose in that no matter what. Linebacker shouldn't be covering wide receivers. And his effort was there. He was running full sprint, but could not keep up with the wide receiver. I will defend him on that play, but I mean, overall, Zaire needs to go. Yeah, I just went to my Google account. I went to my Google account and it says you're not blocked. I've only got like 7 people blocked, and most of it is the same guy. All right, Colts get the ball. I got to change the score, by the way, and the period. He's going to return it. He's at the 30. Breaks the tackle, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, all the way out to the 4. What a return for Ashton Doolin. Oh, my goodness. What a return for Ashton Doolin. Wow. What happened there? That was a block pass. They faked it to Jonathan Taylor, and then the pass got knocked down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I'm still looking to try to figure out what's going on here. There's my hidden losers. Hold on. Shotgun. Running back to his right is Jonathan Taylor, stacked to his left. 4-man pressure. He's going to launch it deep. Alec Pierce. Alec wanted a pass interference, didn't get it. Little bit underthrown. All right, here I am. I got CA5, John Doe, Walkman, Mikey Mendez, Dustin Wells, Gum, Thomas, Gum, watch NFL Live. Third down and 10, shotgun, takes a snap, 4-man rush. He's launching it deep. Downs, I think, has a foot out of bounds. And I don't think he caught it. Downs says he did. Well, they're saying it's a catch. They catch that shit? All the way to the 21? They snap the ball, quick pass. That's Pittman. Oh, Rivers is pissed. He got the snap off. He is madder than hell. They already snapped the ball and threw it, and they're saying the challenge came out late. Oh, he is madder than holy crap. Basil, you are on here. How'd you get on here? I took you off. I found you. I found you, Basil. You can come back on now. I did not. I was not. That was not intentional. Actually, I think it was an accident by somebody. I think it was done by accident by either me or Shrey. I got you, though, bud. I unblocked you. They're not. I had to go into my settings and community moderation, user management. Oh, I didn't. I got to save it. I forgot to save it. I'm a dumbass. No. Save. There. Now you're able to get in. My bad. I don't see how you could have it. If the ball is snapped, you cannot challenge a play once the ball is snapped. Rivers was pissed. I ain't seen him that furious about something in a long time. The call stands as a catch. Wow. That's a delayed handoff, and Taylor's gone. Touchdown. 20-yard run for Jonathan Taylor. There's a flag on the damn play. There's a flag on the damn play. Holding on the offense. Just called that touchdown run back. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh. I'm glad you said something, Basil. I was able to get you back in. First down and 20 now at a freaking 31. Rivers, he's going for the marbles. And he threw it. There's a flag. I think we're about to get a PI. Right there. Yeah, that is definitely pass interference. I don't know. I think it was tight to say whether it was a catch or not. Because the toe was down when the ball hit his hands. We'll see. First and goal at the 5-yard line. Handoff, Taylor. Got a yard. Second and goal at the 4. Oh, he didn't even get a yard. They're saying second and goal at the 5. Under center. Big formation. Pittman in motion. Now it's really big and tight. They fake it. And it's a throw up lob. Mo Alley with a catch. He tapped it to himself and caught the ball. Oh, hell of a throw by Rivers. Even better catch by Mo Alley Cox. That's the second catch by Mo this game. And Mo's done good. Wow. Basil, look at that. Basil's over here. Basil over here with some positivity. That was a beautiful throw. But even better catch by Mo. Even better catch by Mo. Wow. And the extra point's good. And we're back up a field goal. And we are back up a field. I'm going to change this quarter to 4 so I don't forget. I know it's not the fourth quarter yet, but I did, didn't I? I did. Screwed that up. Indy out here scoring on people. Appreciate each and every one of you in here. Please don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time we go live or upload a video. You've been there talking to yourself for half of football. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, have you noticed that Rivers has no problem throwing the Mo? None. Rivers has zero problems throwing the Mo. Let's be fair. Defense has been doing stops here and there. I mean, they've only given up 2 touchdowns through 3 quarters. That's not bad. Granted, there's 6 minutes left in the third, but I changed it on purpose. Well, I'm not a fan of Houston or Jacksonville, so I'd rather see the Colts win. All right. I mean, I respect both teams. Yes, from what I understand, Jones will be ready for the beginning of the season. All right, he's going to take the ball at the 2-yard line, gets to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's tackled right about the 23-yard line by Treadwell. Good job by Laquan. I mean, yeah, if the Colts go 10-7, if the Colts win out and go 10-7, that's a winning record. All right, at the 33, under center, single setback, big four man. Oh, no, 2 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, takes the handoff. There's pressure right in his face. He throws it. He threw that away. Latu was right there. Wow. Yeah, he'll be medically ready at training camp, most likely. But he'll probably be like 90%. Latu with the knockdown. Good pass defense by Latu. How is 10-7 mediocrity? Oh, what a catch by Strange. Good over the middle. Gets to the midfield. And the Jaguars are driving. Man, Nick Cross is getting burnt bad by people tonight. I mean bad. He's missing tackles. He's getting burnt by tight ends. Wow. Under center at the 48 of the Colts. They hand the football off. And ETN breaking tackles. Finally brought down by Cam Bynum after a pickup of like 12 and a first down. My goodness. So Sauce is questionable to come back in with a calf. That's not good. We're going to be in zone all night, the rest of the night. Jaguars guaranteed to win. 1st and 10 at 36. He's going to dump it off, and that, of course, deep zone coverage. First down, pick up a 14. Man. All right, here comes the 4. Deep Pat Watt. Oh, he dropped it. Covered by Pratt. Damn near the good catch by Strange again, but tight coverage. 3rd down and 6. Oh, that was to Munt. Pratt. Oh, Pratt got his hand in there, knocked it out. Good job. He turned around looking for the ball. Well, what's weird is Sauce wasn't known for being hurt, Val. He's just, and it's also the calf. You know, been dealing with that calf injury. Here comes the blitz over the middle, first down, and right in front of guess who? Mekhi Blackman. He just suffered that calf injury, and it's been lingering. I mean, calves are hard to heal. Calf injuries are tough to heal. Yeah, they do. You're right, Kyle. But when you don't have a number one, there's a pass out, of course, and he's going to get knocked out after a gain of 8 by Kenny. 2nd down and 2 upcoming. But when you don't have when you're literally playing with a bunch of right now, and for most of the season, the Colts have had 2 practice squad cornerbacks starting games. And right now, that's what they have. Practice squad cornerbacks. You can't let them play man. They'll get burnt all day. Being that they had Sauce out there today, they were able to play more man and blitz. You ain't going to see it as much now. Not at all. The handoff to ETN on a wide sweep. Kenny, great job by Kenny running it down and making a tackle for a 4-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 4 upcoming. Or no, 3-yard loss. Great job by Kenny Moore recognizing and closing it down. Colts sending 4. Quick dump off. Jalen Jones and Strange getting into it. They're going to force a field goal. He wants pass interference. But I think that was inside the 5-yard marker. You can't, you could have all the physicality you want inside 5 yards. Inside 5 yards, buddy. Inside 5 yards. There's no flag. Left hash, field goes up. It's good. Tie ball game. Well, to be fair, Bruce, everyone has their opinion and everyone has a right to have their own opinion on stuff. So, you have a right to have your opinion, and other people have the right to share their opinion about your opinion, and vice versa. I have my opinions all the time, and I get slammed for it by a lot of people, right? It happens. That's part of sports. All right, here comes the chance. Minute 25 left in the 3rd. The Colts have a chance. We just got to walk down and score again. Well, the Zaire on Parker Washington was because it was in zone coverage. And when the ball was passed, Zaire was the closest guy and was covering him. You can't help who's covering who in zone coverage, right, Kyle? All right, Colts have the ball. 1st down and 10. 35. Under center, single setback is Taylor. 2 tight ends, right wing. That's a handoff to Taylor. He dances in the backfield, picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Taylor's dancing a little too much, in my opinion. He just needs to pick a hole and run right at it. I understand that you got to try to wait sometimes for blocks to develop, but that was a power man blocking scheme. You should know where you're going and go. If it's zone, it's different. But when you're running a power man, just pick your hole and go. Right wing formation again, under center, single setback. Takes the handoff, looks. He's going to take off running. He gets first sack of the game. That's Josh Allen. It'll be 3rd down and long, 3rd down and like 14 here. Josh Allen got first sack of the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doolin was double covered. I think you could have probably gave it to Pierce. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. I'm going to make biscuits and gravy today when I get done with this. I need to get shit washed out. Will you put the sauce and the pasta in a bowl and put it in the fridge for me? And then maybe wash the dishes so that I can make that stuff? Huh? Well, if you put the sauce and the pasta in one bowl together, put it in the fridge, I'll eat that later. Or somebody can eat it later. Huh? This game's got about another half an hour. Yeah. Ever since he posted that, ever since my boss posted that, there's probably been 100 or more. Yep. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag that notification bell so that you are notified next time I go live or upload a video. Now, I got a question. Would you say I'm a reasonable fan, reasonable analyst? I mean, I understand that I have my opinions, and sometimes they differ from everybody, but I think I get along with most people, try to see how other people see things, even if I don't agree with them. I think that's fair. The only time that I get angry or call someone out is that they're always negative Nelly, right? Like they don't ever say anything nice. The only time they ever say something is when it's negative. That's the one thing I can't stand. If something good happens, call out the good, say, hey, great play. But if the only time you ever chat is when something, negative happens, then that kind of pisses me off. That tells me that you're, just here to troll and be angry. Appreciate you guys. All right, 3rd down and 14. They got to get all the way to the 45-yard line. At the 30. 3 receivers to the right, running back to the left. Takes a snap. And false start on the Colts. So, yeah, it'll be 3rd down and 20 now. Appreciate you, Carnage. Thanks, P. Draggy. All right. Odds are we're not getting this. At 25, got to get to the 45. 3-man rush. Rivers just dumps it off to Taylor. who's just going to power forward, get it to the 32, get a little bit more room to punt the football. Absolutely. All right, here comes the punt. Maybe we get a punt. Short punt to the 28, gets pushed back, gets to the 30. And that's where Jacksonville will take over. What, do they just quit? If things ain't going right, does BTJ just end the stream and quit? That's messed up if they do. I feel like doing that sometimes, but I don't. All right. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left. 2 tight ends, right wing. Takes a snap, big old hole. They just, ETN runs it right up the gut for 5, maybe 6. Second down and reasonable. Jesus criminy. Since my wife freaking looked, I got 111 messages. Under center. Right wing. Man in motion is strange. They hand the football off again. Another hole. Picks up 4. It'll be 3rd down and 1. How do I block? Third down and 2. Pistol takes a snap. It's a run. It's a toss now. And ETN tightrope walked it for 10 yards. First down. First and 10 at the 49 of the Colts. Under center, single setback, strange in motion. They fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure. That's Grover Stewart in the face. Forced a bad pass. 2nd down and 10. Good defense right there by the Colts. I don't know how to block it or do not disturb. It's just blowing the hell up. Who just said hi, law to me? Is that you, Jeremy? He's just in there freaking blowing me up too. Yeah. All right, here it is. Throws over the middle. Oh, another piss ass attempt at a tackle. Picks up 14 and a first down. Snooze chat. There it is. Boom. for the next 8 hours. Snooze. Appreciate it. First time I've ever done that. All right. Shotgun. Throws it deep. Overthrew the guy. 2nd down and 10. Lawrence just threw the ball a little bit too fast. I'm not much of a phone guy. I don't mess with phones too much, so I didn't know. Also, I have a Android, not an iPhone. It's an old Android, too. I've had this phone for 15 years. Yes, the same phone for 15 years. Shotgun, running back to the left, stacked to the right. I can't afford expensive phones. Oh, the Colts send a blitz. No one got home. Kenny Moore trying to do his best. He kept them from the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming. Now, my son, he's had a new phone every like 2 years. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. Big 3rd down conversion. Vacuum tube. Okay, bro, that was funny as hell. Don't mess with it. Be happy it works at all. It's not a TV, bro. That is funny as hell. Holy cow, they don't make them like that anymore. One of the first smartphones, old LG, right? To be fair, I keep really good care of my stuff because I don't want to have to go out and mess with it. You know what I mean? Like reset. Reset anything, buy a new one, all that kind of crap. I missed that play. I have no idea what just happened. It's 4th down and 1. Fourth down and 1, 9 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. Here we are. It was a toss play to ETN. And Franklin with a nice tackle. Oh, yeah, I remember that Vikings game. 4th down, it's going to be a quarterback sneak, guys. Quarterback sneak. And we stopped him. We stopped him. Nah, we stopped his ass. Hell yeah. Knew it was a quarterback sneak. We stopped his ass. That's a turnover on downs, guys. Hell yeah. Grover Stewart back there. He's trying to stretch. If they challenge it, then they're going to have to call it a strip because the ball was ripped out and he was never – he's down. No, he's on the ground. He's down by contact. He could – even the stretch doesn't matter. Good defensive stop by the Colts. Hell yeah. Why would they go for it? Why didn't they kick a field goal to take the lead? That makes no sense. They were easy field goals. You never, ever, ever throw away a chance to take a lead in the game. You just don't do that. That's dumb. It seems like, and especially after your defense just forced a punt. Your defense just forced a punt, so you're able to stop occasionally. You kick a field goal. That was dumb. I get percentages are there, but don't take the lead. I don't know what you're talking about, Carl. I don't know if it was a gift. The defense still had to earn that stop, and they did stop. It's hard to stop 4th and 1 on a quarterback sneak. Odds are that goes in, but he's about to break out some fighting movies. All right, the Colts are going to take over. Colts with a chance to go down, I will guarantee you we get in the same position. We're kicking a field goal. And if we don't, I'll be so mad. I will be so mad. At the 24-yard line, under center, single setback. 9:25 left in the game. Tie ball game. Jaguars only have one timeout. The handoff, Taylor. Got a little bit of a hole there. Picks up 5. Maybe 6. Second down and manageable. There's a difference between having balls and being smart. Second down and 4. At the 30, need to get to the 34. Shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, running back to his right. Takes a snap. We're going to hand it off again, and he's going to sweep outside and go nowhere. He got a half a yard. Third down, and we're going to call it 3. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. All right, third down and 3. Shotgun, running back to the left. 3 receivers to the left. He just changed the play. Formation just spread out. Takes a snap, looks. Quick dump off. Intercepted. That's a pick 6, guys. Nope. Takes it to the 20. That was a hell of a defensive play by Jones. He cut that route off and picked it off. He saw it and picked it. That was just a good defensive play, though. That was a damn good defensive play. Jones saw it, jumped the route, and picked it off. Oh, the ball got tipped at the line, too. That probably had a lot to do with it. The ball getting tipped at the line. Either way, he threw it in a double coverage. I don't know if I like that pass. I think that was a bad decision on Rivers in the first place. No, Kyle, I guess not, considering they're actually closer to than what they were when they turned it over. Under center, single setback. Toss sweet. He ain't going nowhere. He lost 3 yards on that. Good job by Ebukam and Zaire Franklin shooting the gaps. Good job them shooting the gaps there. Second down and 13 now. Shotgun, ETN to his right. 3 receivers to his right. Now Strange goes to the left. It'll be split. Takes 3-man rush. What the? Oh, the ball's tipped up in the air. Third down and 13. Who tipped the ball on that one? 3-man rush, and somehow Gallimore swats that sucker down. Third down and 13. You know the Indianapolis Colts give up third down and long so often. Bunch formation to the right. Empty backfield. Colts send a blitz. Ebukam now coming unchecked. He's going to throw it deep, and that ball is nowhere to be found. And I bet you they kick a field goal this time. 4th down and 13. That ball was launched way out there. He had no way of getting to it. Lawrence just got rid of the football because Ebukam was bearing down on him. Well, of course, I mean, it's 4th down and 13. They're going to have to definitely take the field goal here. 42-yarder is good. And they take a 20-17 lead. The Colts have a chance here. Just don't throw a freaking interception. Colts still lead in the turnover categories, though. Right? So that's something. Oh, it does. It does for everybody. But at the same time, earlier in the game, Trevor was actually doing a really good job under pressure. But a lot of times, those pressure will make you throw a bad ball or throw it before you're ready. But under pressure earlier in the game, he was just taking off and getting yardage running the football or hitting guys that were open in a zone. My chest hurts. It keeps coming back. I don't like this at all. It's always in the same spot, man. But I didn't think your chest actually hurts when it's your heart, because it hurts right here. There's a chance the Colts can go for it. They've been in this situation multiple times this year and find ways of losing. So we'll see what happens. Remember when Rivers went down the field 2 weeks ago, gave the Colts a lead with like 47 seconds left, and then the other team just walks down the field and wins the game? Yeah, I'd like to see where Rivers get a win. Definitely. I mean, he's played okay so far this game, right, Rivers? Other than that interception that he threw. 14 of 25, 114 yards. Not a lot of yardage. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack. Trevor, 22 of 36, 254, no touchdowns, an interception, 2 sacks. What up, realist? If Rivers gets the win here, he probably starts next week. At the 35, Taylor gets a yard, 3rd down and 9. That's the problem. All right. They're stopping our run. They're saying that it was a forced fumble and Jacksonville has the football. Okay, they're saying down by contact. Oh, that'd be nice, John Krasicki. 2nd down and 9, shotgun, empty backfield. Taylor ain't busting one here. 3 receivers to the right. At 36, need to get to the 45. 6 minutes left in the game. Takes a snap, 4-man rush. Throws it over the middle. Oh, what a catch by Tyler Warren. Crossed the 50 to the 49. 1st down. Wow. Nice play. 15-yard pass. 1st down and 10. Under center, single setback. Right wing formation. Pittman in motion. We're going to hand it off. Taylor. He's going to break it to the out. He's going to get tackled for a 3-yard loss, guys. 2nd down and 13. He tried to break it outside, and he started going backwards and ended up getting tackled. Quentin Nelson lost his block because he was expecting Taylor to go to his right side, and when he went to his left, Nelson wasn't able to get it. Second down and 13, or 12, 13. 12. Quick pass to Mo, and he's going to pick up 8 of that. It'll be 3rd down and manageable. 5 upcoming. Mo, the 4th catch of the game. Big Mo out there playing some game. And Mo's been pretty good this year overall. Hell of a blocker, and every once in a while gets in on the passing game. Taylor to his left in shotgun. Split receivers. Spread. 3rd down and 5. Pittman in motion. Here comes the 4-man pressure, and Rivers runs into his own guy, falls down, gets sacked. Well, that wasn't the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. And give that sack to Josh Allen because he walked Ryman right into Rivers. He walked Ryman. They're going for it on 4th and 11, guys. They're going for it. 3 receivers to the left. Here comes a 4-man pressure. Rivers throws it over the middle. Incomplete pass to Alec Pierce. And that should be the game. I mean, there's 3 minutes left, and it's only a 3-point game, but you just gave Jacksonville. I mean, they're already in field goal range. Newsom, yep. Indy's got a chance here. I don't hate the idea of throwing that ball there. Under center, big formation. They hand the football off. He's got a hole. And he picks up 9 all the way to the 40-yard line. Wow. Wow. My goodness. That was really close to being a spoiler, bud. That's what happened, base. No. All right. 2nd and 1. Under center, single setback. And they're going to call that. They want false start. But I think they're going to get offsides. No, that was definitely offsides. That was definitely offsides. That wasn't no false start. Fuckery. All right, under center, single setback. 2:20 left in the game. That's word of the day, Basil. Prognostication. You're right, Speed. This is a lot closer game than I thought it was going to be. I did say the Colts would score 21, though. I said 28-21. First, I said 28-17. Then I gave them 21. Sorry. Excuse me on that. Yeah, I know. Shotgun running back to the left. 2 receivers to the left. Oh, my God. They hand it off to ETN. He's so close to the first down. They may give it to him. That's close. They're giving him 3rd and 1. Can you play with her for a little bit, honey? I ain't got much time left. I only got 2 minutes left in the game. Oh, my God. Damn, my chest hurts. I'll be right back. I'm going to let her out of the bedroom. I'm seriously thinking about punting the cat, Basil. I really am. Shotgun running back to the right. It's a handoff. Nope. He kept it for the first down. There's a flag on the play, though. I would never punt the cat. As much as I want, I would never punt the cat. Did they just get hit for a holding call? Did they just get hit for a holding call? Illegal shift. Wow, 3rd down and 6. Colts got away with one on that one. Shotgun. Running back to the right. And now we got a full start. Now it's 3rd down and 11. I mean, they're still within dude's range. They're still within freaking field goal range. that kicker, man, there's nothing outside of a field goal range for that dude. It's still 2:11 left. 3rd down and 11. Shotgun at the 48. Got to get to the 38. Takes a snap. Colts sending pressure. Did he catch it? He made the catch, but he's short. He's short a yard. It'll be 4th and 1. Kenny Moore with really good coverage there. Damn near got a hand on the ball, too. I mean, you can't. I mean, Kenny was really right there. Wow. Hell of a pass, hell of a catch. He's short. 3rd down and 1. You kick a field goal. Surely you're going to kick a field goal. Or are they going to go for it? Since they have the lead, I can see them going for it now. I agree with you, Basil. Kenny was as tight as you could possibly be right there. Kenny was definitely as tight as you could be without making a breakup. Maybe I should not eat biscuits and gravy if I'm having chest pains, because that seems like counterintuitive. It seems like that would not be good for my health. I love biscuits and gravy, though. And that was my plan when I woke up this morning, to make biscuits and gravy for supper. But I don't know. Probably not a good idea. It's raining outside. What's the weather like? What do you mean having trouble finding my page? I'm in Marion. Come on now. You know what? Yeah, you can see where I'm at. What do you, these foolish mortals. Yeah. Oh, we got storms in. That's why. Storms in my area. Actually, the storm just passed. Right? It's a hell of a tight game. Scrambled eggs and bacon. Oh, that sounds so good, Basil. All right, under center. Watch the sneak. Yeah, they're definitely look like they're trying to make them jump. 11 seconds. 10, 9, 7, 4. He goes back in the shotgun. Nah, they ain't going for it. They were just trying to make the Colts jump. They're definitely kicking a field goal. 59 showing tornado watches. Ooh. What did it say? Mine? I don't think it was registering. We're under a wind advisory. I'm in North Marion, so but I don't have that. All I have is a wind advisory until this time tomorrow. Oh, they're keeping the offense on the field. They were trying to get him to snap. 2-minute warning. 4th down and 1. They'll probably go for it here. They used their timeout. And they got it. And the game's over. They got the first down. Kenny's down. He's not getting up. That's not good. I don't see where he would have got hurt, though. Well, the big offensive lineman sat on Kenny's back. That probably crushed the air out of him. He must have got up because I don't see no injury issues. I'm trying to stay calm here, guys. With my chest hurting the way it is. Guys, I appreciate you. I hope everybody had a good holiday. All right. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I was here. My wife came home around 1 o'clock from my daughter's house. And we just kind of hung out and watched TV. Under center, big formation. They're going to hand the ball off. There goes the run, and he's not going to get, 4 yards, maybe 5. 2nd down. Colts use their second timeout. The Cleveland Browns just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys. Wow. I worked Christmas Eve. You are a loud drinker, Jinx. Under center, single setback. 2nd down and 5 at 32. Hand it off. Goes, tries the right side. He gets a yard. 3rd down and 4. Colts use their last timeout. Oh, no, the last timeout already gone. That play to Kenny with Kenny Moore all over him. I just got handed off. I mean, I got hand it to them that they made the play when it mattered most, and that's what won the game. Under center, 3rd and 4. It's a toss, or it's a jet sweep. That went nowhere fast. That lost about 6 yards, all the way back to the 35-yard line. Nick Cross there for the tackle. It was the first time he actually made a tackle all game without missing it first. You have to kick a field goal here. Come on. Make this a situation where the Colts have to score a touchdown. You definitely kick a field goal here, because there's only going to be a few seconds left. $53-yard attempt. And he made it. 23-17. I'm not mad. I am actually not mad about this game. I think the Colts fought their butts off. Yes, we lost by 6, but I feel like this was a good game. It sucks we lost, but I feel like this was a pretty good game, guys. It was worth watching. Ashton Doolin could return this sucker. Oh, they're going to kick this out the back of the end zone. There is not a question in my mind that they're going to. Oh yeah, they're going to have Riley Leonard going out there and throwing a bomb. That's what's going to happen. They know that this ball is going to be kicked out the back of the end zone, right? And if they get in a situation where you need a Hail Mary, it's Riley Leonard that's going to throw it. That's what they're doing it. Yeah, you can't allow them a chance to return. You kick this out the back of the end zone. And they do. He kicked that right out the back of the end zone. Oh, Alec Pierce was back there ready to – he passed, boy. Could you imagine? Alec Pierce was back there ready to return it. I knew they were kicking that out the back of the end zone. 35-yard line. I would actually have Phillip Rivers. There's still 18 seconds, right? I don't know. Have Riley out there. Let Riley try. No, Rivers for the first snap. You got to get it into, that range. Good breakup right there. That was caught if the safety didn't come in at the last second. That was a good try by Rivers. He had a little juice on it. Because Pierce would have caught that. It was very accurate. It had some juice on it, just not enough. The thing about him is he's never had juice on the ball, just from the way he throws it, right? Downs in motion, takes a snap, dumps it off, and that's game, guys. He's holding him down. Yep. There's a delay of game flag on Hines Allen, or whoever it was that held Pittman down. Yeah, it was. It was Josh Hines Allen. Josh Allen. Riley Leonard's going to come out for a 50-yard Hail Mary. That was a dumb penalty. That was a dumb penalty because there's no way they were going to get lined up and spike that sucker in 6 seconds, I don't think. There's Riley. He's out there ready. And he can run the ball too. Don't forget that. Here we go. Double stacks either side. Now there's going to be 3 on the right as he brought Tyler in motion. They send a blitz. He steps up and launches it deep. And it's picked off in the end zone. Right in front of Pierce. He made it to the end zone, though. Came down to a last pass, Hail Mary. I am not upset about this. Yeah, Pierce was the only receiver there. No one else had a chance to get there in time because of the blitz. All right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I think I enjoyed the game. We lost, but I enjoyed the game. You guys have a good one, man. Appreciate each and every one of you.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.